What's going on, guys? It's Keith McMillan here with the Off the Mat podcast. I'm here with the man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Brian Harris. Why am I the man?
You just are, man. The way you carry yourself, the way you've been kicking ass lately, you know, you're the man.
Okay. I won't question it. I have a lot of questions, but I'm not going to.
You should just accept it, man. Okay,
I accept it. What's up, man? How have you been?
I've been good. I've been getting through this week. It's that weird period where it feels like time is like slowing down, but it's also like speeding up. I always feel like, because I've been on such a schedule lately with appointments and dealing with kids and going from A to B for getting ready for Christmas and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of time, and then when I check my clock the second time, it's like, holy, wait, I have to be at the gym. And then by the time I'm home, I've been giving my daughters baths and everything. And then by then it's like, do I stay up all night or do I just take my ass to sleep and get some quality rest?
You need a day off, dog.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Mental health day, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's just very big. My next year, and I think I want to really practice like minimalism. That's a big word for me. So sorry for you.
Okay, all right.
Just minimum. Like I don't need a lot of things, and I hoard a lot of shit. Like if you saw the closet, I wear probably 3 outfits a week.
Yeah,
and I have a closet full of clothes.
I got the same thing.
I don't need those clothes. I'm gonna donate them. Just kind of trimming down.
I'm about to hit up the Matt Waters way of doing things and just hustle everything on eBay.
Yeah,
I'm about to go
what he does?
Oh hell yeah! I'm about to go through and get all of my excess shit and just sell it all off.
See, I don't
because I have the same deal where it's like I got a bunch of excess shit like that where it's like I wear like the same shit pretty much every week, but I got a bunch of fucking different clothes that I don't wear, you know?
Yeah, I think we all do it to some extent in certain, but I do it like with everything. So clothes or equipment,
same
stuff I don't need. eBay sounds good. I just don't trust anyone, but I imagine eBay's a lot more sophisticated now. So where I can
there's a process.
Yeah,
there's a process. I mean, you can like leave people reviews and shit. So, I mean, you just gotta be straight up, you know.
I'm afraid. Did you ever read that article about that person? Someone in England got scammed for their camera.
What do you mean?
They had like a $1,300 camera.
Okay.
And they sold it. I'm assuming on eBay. Is
okay.
it eBay? Wherever you have to use PayPal.
eBay.
So they sold it on eBay.
I'm pretty sure you can use PayPal on Amazon too, though.
Right. So they sold it on eBay. Then they found a buyer.
Okay.
And the buyer was like, yeah, and was going to send them money and everything. And then the day before, or maybe the day of, when it was supposed to get sent out, the buyer reached out to the seller and was like, hey, I'm not going to be at this address just for quality and safe reasons. Can you send it to a different address? So the person sent their camera to a different address, and they received the camera. When they received the camera, they called PayPal and said they never got the camera and got the full refund. And that person just lost out on the camera because they never sent it to the.
Yeah, but they would have record of them saying that, right?
Doesn't matter.
Why?
I wish I could pull up the article, but basically, their terms, whatever you agreed to sell it to or you send it to, you have to send it to that address.
Interesting.
So they found a loophole around it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm sure they have something that's around that now.
I hope
there's no way that's because then people would just do that left and right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to be also. I mean, obviously, the person's believing in somebody, being genuine.
Right.
But, obviously, if someone messaged me the day of me sending them something, like, oh, so just send it to this address. I'd be like, nah.
Yeah. Resubmit the offer.
Right.
All of that stuff. Have you seen, like, those videos of, like, Uber drivers where they, like, pick somebody up and then they fucking, like, cancel the ride or the passenger cancels the ride while they're driving them? They're like, all right, well, get the fuck out. You just canceled the ride. Because they cancel it with the intention of, like, not paying for their fucking Uber.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
I'm sure it's something they fixed. This is something I saw a long time ago.
I only saw the scary one in the one in Philadelphia.
What are you talking about?
Where the guy went to, I'm assuming it was the hood, and he picked up those black kids, and they kept, like, Like he was going to pick up someone, and the kids were out on the streets.
I like how you said, I'm assuming it was the hood, and he's...
I mean, those kids were fucking hood.
That was rough, bro.
No, those kids were hood. I don't give a fuck. I'll stick to my word. When you see the video, be like, oh yeah, that's definitely the hood.
Okay.
But basically, he was going to pick up someone like Michael, and there were a bunch of kids on the street, and the guy like pulled up to the location, but all the kids were on the street, and he was like, hey, are you Michael? And the first kid was like, hey, I'm Michael, and he's like, all right, and he was just like, I'm fucking with you, and then he like drove up a little bit, and then the second kid, he was like, hey, are you Michael? He's like, yeah, I'm Michael. Gets in the car, and they're driving, and he's like, I'm just letting you know, I'm not Michael, man. I just want to fuck with you. And the guy was like, man, come on. Like, all right, man, then get the fuck out then.
Yeah.
And the kid immediately was like, what'd you say to me? He's like, get the fuck out of my car, man. He's like, I don't have time to be playing around. Like, this is my job. And he was like, you don't fucking talk to me like that. And he was just like, well, get out of the car. You're messing with me. He's like, no, apologize. You don't fucking say get the fuck out. And the dude pulls out a gun. The kid pulls out a gun and puts it to his head.
Well,
yeah.
Shouldn't have been Uber driving down there.
Right.
It's your fault. I'm sorry. That's a your fault
Still
situation.
Scary, but that's
yeah, but that's a your fault situation. I don't play around in the hood because I don't want to be in situations like that.
It might just because the kid pulled out. I'm just assuming it's the hood. It could have been a nice suburban of Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, it's a scary video, man, and you know, to almost have your life taken away. They caught the kids too.
I'm sure they did if they were on camera.
Because the guy had him on camera.
Yeah, if they were on camera, they definitely got.
So, and then Uber now. Just on the topic of Uber, Uber has that function now where you can like hit emergency. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Like in case your Uber driver like loses
there's a psycho
shit.
and wants to murder you,
or vice versa. The passenger's a psycho and wants to murder
they have
you?
that emergency contact now.
Interesting. Yeah. Or just I guess that like sends out your location.
Yeah. Because, you know, in L.A., people were getting... I only know of L.A. stories of women that were, you know...
Being attacked
or getting picked up, you know, getting raped. Yeah. So,
yep.
So...
That's not good.
No. It's probably the worst.
Yeah.
That could happen.
Holy shit. All right, man. Well, on to a different subject instead of people getting attacked by Uber drivers.
Sorry.
KCFA fights this weekend. Those were dope.
Tell me about it. I was messaging you. I appreciate you responding in a timely manner and keep giving me the updates on our teammates that went out there and you know, put their hard work out there and had some great results and have to go back to the drawing board, but are getting better. Yeah,
John O'Brien looked great. Dude made his pro debut. This dude was fucking impressive.
Yeah.
So he like the guy he was fighting like pressured into him right off top. And put John like up against the cage and was just essentially like trying to control John.
Which is crazy because if you do, I don't know how many of these guys study each other, but that's like, if I'm fighting John O'Brien, I'm making him try to stand with me, which is probably not a good idea either. But I feel like he's like a legit wrestler.
Yeah. So yeah, he puts John O'Brien up against the cage. And John O'Brien just fucking started throwing elbows and punches and just started fucking him
that's
up.
legal now.
Yep.
For people that don't know, amateur fights, you can't throw elbows. In professional fights, they're legal now.
This is very true. And then knees to the head as well. And, John stepped out, full Muay Thai plum clinch, knees to the head, fucking knockout. So this is his first knockout pro debut.
Awesome.
So
congratulations. That's a big thing.
But yeah, there were a bunch of fights. There were some good fights, man. Flory fucking she didn't win her fight, but man, her and Jade went to war, dude. That shit was fucking fun to watch.
I saw the last round.
Yo.
And
that's how the first and the second round were too.
It was intense. Like, even watching it, I was on, like, the edge of my seats watching it on my phone. I was like, holy shit, they're going after it.
They were fucking throwing some leather trying to fucking... They were going after it. It was awesome.
I don't know. What is that just their fucking... that spirit they have?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you, that's how Flory fights, too,
Oh,
man.
definitely.
You know, she's a brawler, so she's just going out there to fucking she's down to trade shots.
Yes.
You know what I mean? She'll take a shot to land a shot. She's cool with that. And yeah, they just clashed. I don't know how else it was. Yeah, they just bit down on their mouthpieces and started fucking going after it.
It's crazy. The last round that I saw, Florina gets clipped, gets dropped, gets put in a. At least from the angle I saw, it looked like a bad submission. It looked like, and I'm saying like she was in a bad place. Like it should have been over.
Yeah.
From the rear naked choke, and Florina fought through it. And
it's probably bad on Jade's behalf for going for the rear naked choke. Actually,
should have just finished her.
Yeah, she should have. I mean, it's hard to say that in the moment, for her.
Right.
Like, when someone like turns in that way and you see a neck, you immediately want to wrap
you're going for it.
But yeah, I was talking to the cut man whenever that happened. And we both were just like, dude, she should have just got on top and started landing shots,
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, and I know you can't fight now, but I think when you have that mindset, because Jade's a purple belt, I think that I think your jiu-jitsu mindset kicks in. I don't know. I
agree. Yeah. I absolutely agree. But yeah, she needs to get out of that. She's not in a jiu-jitsu fight. She's in a fight. Right. So.
Nah, man. I mean, but from what I saw, it looked amazing. I'm sure live it was even better.
Dude, that fight was crazy to watch.
I mean, way to go out on top with KCFA, with that being that last card. I always encourage people to see things live. Comedy, fighting, it's so much better.
It's always different live, isn't it?
Yeah.
I found that too, that it's like not even, and I always say the same thing too, like you got to go to a live event whenever I talk to people about like MMA or like jiu-jitsu or something like that. Like you got to go to a live event and see what it's like. But you just saying that now, like that makes sense. Like even like concerts or going to comedy shows or things like that. Like it's the atmosphere is just way different.
Yeah, the energy,
it's just enhanced so much.
You get a great product.
Yeah.
Especially at KCFA. And I know they're turning into FAC now in February, so that'll be a big fight. Great card. But yeah, you have to see. But Florina, man, to go out there and represent, I don't think you can ask anything more of her, especially for her, like her. I saw the post that she did after the fight and everything.
Yeah.
She seems like she's like on top of the world.
Yeah.
She's really taking it in stride. And I don't know how she reacted after the fight. I'm sure a loss is a loss.
Yeah.
And it hurts. But I mean, she, commendable. She's very respectable. You know what I mean? She made no excuses. She was just like, I started the year off like this. I didn't think it was going to be that. And I ended it on top.
Yeah, but still putting on like a great fight like that, like that's still something to be proud of. Yeah. So, yeah. Whether that was the win or the loss, like as long as she takes from it, she'll be all right for sure. Because that was a dope fight. That was a dope fight. And then really the other fight that really stuck out to me was Elle, man. She looked really good.
She knocked the girl out, right?
Bro, yeah, head kick.
They were buddies, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah. No, they Jesus. But yeah, she was just impressive, man. She landed every shot, she landed everything.
Yeah.
Like everything she wanted to do, she was doing. She landed every strike that she threw, and she was like avoided almost all of them from what I could tell. Yeah. So it was like damn near a perfect fight. As good a fight as you could fight, I would say. And she made a long post too about how it's like a video game, like you're the person in the video game and your coach is the controller, and that's what she said she did. She just listened to what Grant and James said the entire time and just did exactly that. It is a lot like that too. Like whenever you can hone into your coach like that, like they say something and you just react, and that's whenever shit starts clicking.
A lot of those glory fighters, especially from Lee Summit, they seem like they have a real deep connection. And I'm not talking about our gym in Northland. I mean, we're all a big team. I'm not talking about our gym because we don't really have that many active fighters on those.
We got a ton of active fighters.
No,
we don't have fighters that aren't. They're just not fighting currently.
They're not active. We're saying the same thing. I'm not saying we're saying the same thing.
Okay.
I mean what you said.
Okay. Anyways.
So I feel like the Lee Summit fighters, they have a really deep connection with James and Grant that's in every corner. And it's really fascinating to see the way they all come together, because I know Elle took her training outside of the Glory Gym, and she went to Michigan, I believe, and really did some more training with other women on her, and she worked a lot on her game. Mm-hmm. So to see her come back and really put things together here, and what you said, have an impressive victory, is awesome.
Yeah.
It's really awesome to see that growth from all the fighters, from their first fight to their fourth fight.
Yeah.
Just see the leaps and bounds that they grow, and be like seeing them, how it's coming together. It's awesome.
I thought you were about to get emotional there.
No, I wasn't. I just couldn't breathe.
Oh, okay. I was like, yo, what's happening? Yeah. So yeah, that was.
Yeah.
She was impressive. She should be proud of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, it was a great card. Great.
Kevin fought
for KCFA. He did.
Yes. Yep. He went out there, took a fight on 3-day notice.
He did. Yep.
And went out there and went against a tough wrestler. That was already 2-0.
I have no idea.
I believe he was 2-0 already, and he has that. And he was a D2 wrestler. And Kevin unfortunately didn't get his hand raised, but went out there, took him to decision. And it's actually really impressive. Zach said a lot of great things about the kid. So
yeah,
let's see what he has, a big future in ahead of him if he continues going down this path. So
there it is.
Yeah.
And then the Jiu Jitsu tournament the following day, Grappling Industries. That was awesome. We had a huge turnout.
Nice.
We had a huge turnout. Same thing. I mean, everybody performed well. There's a couple matches where we learned some things, and there's some things that we need to work on. But a lot of the guys were really impressive. They impressed me, especially Harrison. Like, special shout out to that dude, because he was like L, if that makes sense. Like, everything I said, that dude just fucking did.
He was in tune with you.
He was right there with me. Everything I said, that dude fucking did it. And there was like one time we were having an issue with like breaking guard, and after the match, which he still won the match. After the match, I went off to the practice mats with him, showed him what I meant by like what I was saying, so then he knew like what to do the next time. And then like literally the very next match after that, it was just like everything I said, he just fucking did it. He just did it. He didn't hesitate. He did what I did when I said it, or he did what I said when I said it. Yeah, that's what I meant.
He said it,
dude. It was awesome. That dude was impressive. And then Jackson, that was his first tournament. He did really well for his first tournament too. And he's like, it's really interesting because he's like new in the jiu-jitsu game too. Right. He's been doing it for what, like 3-4 months, probably something like that. And same thing as Harrison, where he was doing what I was saying whenever I was saying it, but it was just a couple things like here and there, like he didn't know what I was talking about or what I meant by it, which granted he's been doing it for like 3 or 4 months, so that's expected, so he was fantastic as well. But yeah, I mean, they all did gi, all did no gi. There was countless people that competed. I mean, Jeff competed, Tyler Trout competed, tons and tons of kids competed. We had a couple people from Lee Summit compete. Nick unfortunately did not get to compete. No purple belts showed up at all. Yeah. So that's refund. No, he got here's a card. Next time we're in town, you can compete for free, kind of deal. So there's that.
Okay.
But yeah. Ton of people competed, man. Big Mike, same thing, just listened to everything that I said, and he did a really, really good job of settling down and slowing everything down too, and like not getting ahead of himself.
Nice.
So I was just like, I kept on reminding him, like, good, keep your base, make sure you're keeping control no matter what we're doing, not like jumping the gun on anything.
Yeah.
did it perfect to a T. Just maintained control in all of his matches. So he did awesome as well. So yeah, everybody took home medals. So we had golds, silvers, bronze. I couldn't go through the list, and then ultimately we took home the team medal. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Very big congratulations to all the Glory competitors that went out there and put on for the gym. That's amazing.
It's fucking awesome, man. Good time.
All that hard work paying off.
How was Brennan Schaub? You had him in, yeah?
I totally forgot. Yeah, that was the thing that happened this weekend at the Comedy Club. Brendan Schaub, massive individual.
Yeah, he used to fight at heavyweight.
He is big.
He used to fight at heavyweight, and he was a professional football player.
Yeah, I was stunned by the size of. I was like, "Whoa, you're big Brown." Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
It was fine, man. You know, a lot of. So I got two different stories. So, some of the guys came from the gym. Trout, Bill, DJ came out, and shout out to those guys.
Who's Bill? I'm joking. I know who Bill
okay. is. I was gonna explain it. I was like, what is he doing? All right. But they came out, supported. Got to see the show. They said they had good reviews. And I mentioned those guys because I don't like taking photos with comics. Mm-hmm. I don't do it. I don't like to fan out because I just got over it after a while. Me and Brendan was cool, but a conversation would have been nice. But Trout and all them were taking photos, so I jumped in a photo with DJ. He's like, "Come on, do it, man." So that was cool. I got a photo. I haven't seen the photo yet. I'm sure I look goofy as hell. And then I talked to Brendan, and I didn't want to talk about comedy or anything with him, so I like immediately went into like jiu-jitsu. I didn't talk about fighting. Yeah. I just talked about jiu-jitsu because I figured, and I asked him about his black belt because he's a brown belt, and he was like, "Yeah, they're supposed to promote me, but I never went to the ceremony." And then yeah, it was cool. He was very professional. He gave me like a 5-minute window to talk, and then once those 5 minutes were up, he respectfully like was like, "All right, man, we're done. Like I gave you your time." So,
but how did he end it for real? Because obviously he didn't say that.
No, I mean it was kind of like he was like, "All right, man, like
yeah, just faded out.
He just faded out. He was like, and I could look in his eyes, see he was tired, but I mean he made sure he made eye contact. You know, I've had other comics in the past kind of like, "What? Yeah, I tell jokes. You good? Are we done?" You know, I've had that happen in the past, but you know he took the moment to interact with me, and I thought that was really cool. And he did a photo, a meet and greet after, and he met with everybody. Now the crowd, it wasn't a bad crowd.
Oh,
but it was like everyone had fucking, and I forgot. It's just that fan base. Everyone had sleeves and wearing their American Fighter shirts.
Fucking right, they did. Hell yeah,
man. Everyone.
Their fucking bejeweled jeans.
Yeah.
And fucking.
Like everyone that was wearing like sunglasses in the club at 9:00 at night.
So much hairspray. You take a lighter to them and fucking whole hair.
Dude. And all like majority of the same like pro type of a girl. They were all like white, skinny blonde.
Yeah.
It was like the same exact girl from like
tanned as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
Yeah, both of them actually.
You can tell everyone at some point has been like, I could fight. Like you could just smell it on everybody.
Yeah. The Axe.
Dude.
Axe body spray. Right?
It was like, I was like, oh my God. But it's cool because when Brendan got on stage, he's like, what the fuck? My demographic is all bros. Like he addressed it.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he addressed it on stage, so
that's awesome.
He understands. So it was cool that he's in tune with that, but yeah, man, it was definitely like, I was like, look at this fucking crowd.
That sounds like a gross crowd that I want.
A lot of Fireball, a lot of Jaeger.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what like majority of people were like drinking as far as shots?
It was a lot of shots though. A lot of shots. A lot of, a lot of vodka Red Bulls.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
those guys.
I mean, a couple guys I knew in the sense like I could look at someone and be like, oh, you do jiu-jitsu. Like I could tell by the way, and they had their 10th Planet shirts on and stuff.
Yeah.
Another gym affiliates, but but then you can tell some other guys are just like, just look the part.
Yeah.
So
The Affliction dads.
Man.
I love them.
What is American Fighter? I don't know why that shirt's so popular.
It's just I have no idea.
Okay.
It's fucking stupid to me. I think those shirts are annoying.
Yeah.
Those shirts are loud.
Yes.
And I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like being loud like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm like vocally loud just because I can't fucking help it. But like being loud like that, like, hey, look at me. I don't like that shit.
Oh, someone showed up in like, and maybe he did have a job with them or he does have a job. Someone showed up in like official UFC apparel.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cornerman shirt and everything.
For what?
I don't know. Just come see the show. I wanted to ask, but like, do you work for them? But I didn't want to cross that line.
Yeah.
I mean, the full like UFC pants.
I doubt that he works for him. Like, what the fuck would he be doing?
UFC
in
hat,
Kansas City,
and then like a very like generic like the cornerman shirt that you wore.
Yeah.
He had that.
Yeah, he didn't work for him.
Yeah.
You can buy that shit online.
No, I know. Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, why would anybody working for the UFC be in Kansas City?
That's true. It was just weird seeing that guy come in and like, you know, I was like, that's the outfit you chose for a Friday night?
Yeah. He's going to see Brendan Schaub, bro.
Yeah. Like, I want to know what he thought was going to happen.
He thought he was going to get mad bitches. You know?
You're
That's
right.
what all of those guys thought.
Right.
That's what all of them thought. They
Right.
thought they left the house and thought they looked fucking cool.
Right.
That's what they thought.
It was funny, though. It's my last part of this, and I'll be delicate with it. All the girls, you know. Big Brown's a good-looking guy. So all the girls on the staff, not every single one, but majority of the servers and everything, we're trying to get him to hang out.
How'd that go?
I guess he was polite about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, we'll go out." And then like
He was like, "Oh, have you seen my wife?
beautiful,
Bro,
yeah,
she's a fox."
yeah. But it was funny watching all the young girls being like, "We're going out to Westport tonight. You should come." And I guess at some point he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll meet you guys out."
Mm-hmm. Like, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, and it's funny because one of the girls, who never goes out, was like, "Oh, he's going out. I'm going out."
Yeah.
And then within 30 minutes, realized he wasn't showing up.
Yeah. That's what you get, dummy. You fucking idiot. You think you were going to hang out with Brendan Schaub tonight?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Well, they thought they were going to get more than just hanging out.
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to get pregnant.
Yeah.
That's what they thought. Bro, look at his wife. Come on. You ain't competing with that.
Right.
I don't even know these girls, but they're not competing. Is what it is. Isn't she a supermodel or something?
She's like everything you want.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. But it was, you know, just seeing the hope because other comics and everything have gone out with the staff. So it's not foreign for a comic to come into town and be like, fuck it, I'll go out with you guys. Like every now and then we'll have a comic that wants to go and drink and party. And he was drinking. But I think, but I mean, they took a shot.
Shoot your shot.
They took their shot, you know what I mean?
I guess.
They shot it and, he didn't say no. He said yes.
Right.
He just never showed up. So maybe something happened.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Where they wanted to take him, though, I was like, that's a bad idea.
Where did they want to take him?
Throwback.
Oh, yeah. Why would he want to go there?
That's what I said to them, too. I was like, you could invite him anywhere else. I was like, why Throwback?
Yeah.
I was like, he's not going to be comfortable. He's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Well, that's what I told him. I was like, he's going down to Westport with a bunch of 21 to 25-year-old kids.
Right.
He's going to stick out like a sore thumb. Not to mention, he's all of 6'7", maybe.
Yeah.
He's not going to go have fun with kids.
Right. That's not his
They're
idea.
like, no, he's going to have fun. It's going to be a great time. And I was like,
no, that's like a grown-ass married man with kids. Like,
yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
All right, what are you saying?
He's not going to
This is
a
Mr.
dance
Dad.
club.
What the fuck?
He's not going to a dance club to go
Karaoke bar next door? Stop it.
Right.
Cut the shit.
Maybe you would have did that.
No.
I went out with a comic one time to a karaoke bar. That was fun.
What comic?
Gina Brillion. We were talking, trying to how to describe the story. We were just joking about, she was an awesome comic, and she was just joking about doing karaoke. And I was like, we have a place to go. And all the staff was like, we'll take you. And she was like,
Staff jumps all over that shit, don't
oh,
they?
yeah. Well, it's kind of exciting.
Well, for sure. Yeah, I get it.
So it was like, and she came out, and it was very like, you can tell she's like, I don't do this shit, but like this is okay once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Because the comics go from city to city, city to city, and if they're a nightmare everywhere, going out everywhere, that I'm sure that wears them out.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we've came across comics that are like, oh, you party too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It said that about you guys?
No. We've
the comics.
The comics party too much.
Yeah, like they break out like 8 balls of coke, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
this isn't cool anymore.
Thinking, I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's never a good time.
No, it's not.
So, like, what comics party too hard? Go ahead.
I can say one. I can say.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
I
was just joking.
No,
I didn't think you were gonna say it. Let's hear it. Who?
He's notorious, but Pablo Francisco.
No idea.
He was on Mad TV and everything, but he partied too much.
Like what? What did he do?
Drugs. Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly?
Allegedly, he did drugs, and he ended up like falling off the stage at a show because he was so messed up. Yeah.
What kind of drugs was he doing? What, like cocaine? You can say it. You're allowed. You're an adult. You're allowed to say the name.
I don't know. I don't know what he was doing.
Oh, okay.
I can just only assume, but I'm not gonna. I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Right on. So then, past that, Brendan Schaub was fine though.
Brendan Schaub. Sorry, went down a whole different avenue.
Didn't go out with the squad.
He didn't go out with the squad, which he wouldn't have had a good time anyway. And but he was cool. I was very hesitant meeting him because I watched so much of podcasts that he's on, and it's like I like that Brendan Schaub, but I thought he was gonna be a tool bag, to be honest with you. But he was actually really cool.
Yeah.
For the 5 minutes that him and I interacted.
Nice.
And that's all I needed. I didn't need any more, and
Well, I'm glad that it wasn't a terrible experience for you.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Do you think that they've sewn Alistair Overeem's lip back together yet?
Dude. Like, I don't like that. That was horrific.
Yeah, it was gross. It was bad. It all happened on the last shot too. I didn't see any of the fight. I just saw like replay gifs of him getting punched and his lip hanging.
Yeah,
out.
No, that's. Yeah, I know everyone says
it's almost there with Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald.
Dude, it's vicious and horrific, and that's the reality of the fight game. And I don't want any of that. Like when people talk about, and Zach and I actually talked about it the other night, but it's like brawling and everything. And I'm not saying his fight was an all-out brawl,
right?
But like that whole kind of what Flory did.
Yeah,
it's awesome for Flory. I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
I want that John.
I'm trying to hit and not get hit.
Yeah, I want John O'Brien. I'll take those victories all day.
Yeah,
that balls to the wall, just
let's fucking go. See who can stand longer.
That's cool. To
watch.
Yeah, that's cool to watch. That's cool. I enjoy that. I don't ever want to take part in that.
Yeah.
I want to go in there, look crisp, and put someone away.
I didn't see the whole fight, so I don't know if that's how they fought. But yeah, that's what you're saying is that's typically like the result of those things.
Yeah.
It's like shit like that. And then fucking, what's his name got a twister. I can't think of the dude's name.
Yeah, I can't think of the name, but that's like, what's funny?
Arkansas. That's all I remember is his first fight in the UFC. Arkansas. Nobody gives a piss about Arkansas.
Dude, the twister looks like one of those moves. It looks so easy. When you see it, it looks easy.
Yeah.
And then
it is easy. It's hard to set up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It's hard to set up. It's easy to like do, but it's hard to set up.
I'm saying, but you would be like, oh, everyone could do that move. But to know how special that move is, and for him to pull it off, that's his second one. Yeah. It's crazy.
And then his shout out to Eddie Bravo. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
He said he learned it on YouTube. Thank you, Eddie Bravo.
I believe it.
He said I learned that twister on YouTube. Thank you.
I believe it.
Bravo. Isn't that fucking awesome?
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I think that's such a underrated thing in jiu-jitsu. Like, you should have your foundation and go to a school and everything. But some jiu-jitsu, if not all, you can teach yourself. Like you be self-taught
Well,
and then apply
like
it
branch
in the training
out.
room.
Yeah, for sure. Like branch out and like check shit out. And
but
then
not many
try
things
it
you can
out.
like. Maybe. I want to be cautious when I say this. I feel like you can't do that with like every martial arts. You know. Or in different fields. I'm saying like different fields. Like I can't watch Eddie Murphy do stand up and automatically be Eddie Murphy.
Right.
But I feel like, you know, with jiu-jitsu and techniques, you can like see technique visually, apply it in the proper space.
Yeah.
And learn it and add that to your repertoire.
Okay. I can get down with that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I mean, if he said it, I believe it. I believe that 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Yeah, I like that guy. He's a funny character. He's a funny character for now. Hopefully, he doesn't like turn out to be a douchebag or something. But
I don't, you know,
anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
But yeah, as of right now, I like the guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pat said those were like the two like notable fights that I got from that card. I didn't watch it. I just saw like highlights, and there was a twister, and Alistair Overeem's lip got cut in half.
I heard you might be losing some money this weekend.
I'm not going to lose any money this weekend.
I don't think you are either, but
yeah,
there's a big card this weekend coming up, which I've been looking forward to it. I haven't heard a lot of buzz lately, but we can go through that card.
I have a theory. I think Colby Covington's going to pop dirty.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think maybe not necessarily this fight. That guy's a cheater. I'm calling it out now. He's gonna pop dirty one day.
All right.
I think he's got that TJ Dillashaw syndrome up in him. I think he's on the epos.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Or something along those lines.
With his unlimited gas tank and everything, sometimes you get curious about those guys.
So I rewatched the RDA fight and the Robbie Lawler fight, and I agree that Usman's gonna win. The main thing that Covington has working for him is his pressure and his just constant he's fucking on you the whole time. Yeah. But one, Usman's bigger than those guys.
Right. Yeah, he's actually like proper weight for that class.
Yeah.
RDA's undersized.
Yeah.
And I mean Lawler doesn't.
Lawler would be on. Yeah, I would say he's still on the smaller end of things, though. You know what I mean? He's not a 55er, but he's not as big as he possibly could get for a 70er. You know what I mean? Usman can't even think about going to 55.
Right.
And if he gains one more pound, like walking around weight, he might not make 70. You know what I mean? Like his weight cuts are for real, versus his Robbie's might not be. But past his cardio and his pressure, I wasn't impressed with him.
Well, yeah.
I mean, his wrestling's good, obviously. He's got good wrestling, but I think Usman's is going to nullify that.
I mean, that's the big thing. You know, you got they do the same thing very well. And, you know, that pressure that Covington will apply to Usman will do to him too. So it's about.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it the same way though.
No, not at all.
Because of the size difference, and because Usman has that wrestling pedigree that can compete with that fucking phone.
That's okay. It's real.
Yeah, the size difference.
I think it's going to be a decision though.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't see.
Probably.
I don't see Usman. I don't see either of them finishing each other.
No. Yeah, and then Colby's striking, not impressed at all.
No, hell no.
Not even remotely.
Hell no.
But I mean, that was the only thing though. Like, whenever I was watching the fight, like, that's the only thing he really has going for him, from what I can tell, is just the fact that he can put a tremendous amount of pressure on someone and keep that pace from start to finish. There's no slowing down with that pressure that he has. But if you can nullify the pressure, then you're good, right?
You know, it's one of those crazy things. There's so many different narratives with this fight. You know, I think the bad blood, they're both terrible on the mic.
Yeah.
So they could avoid that shit, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a lot going into it with Covington's antics, and I think this is one of those like fights where Covington loses, he's out of the UFC.
He's going to WWE, bro.
He's on WWE, or he'll be.
That's what he should do. That's a better fit for him, for real. I mean, like personality wise,
right?
Look, I mean, because he is a great fighter, but
definitely.
But I mean, with your personality and everything, you're gonna make way more money in the WWE, dude.
After this fight, though, there's no other fights I really would want him to take. The Masvidal fight is kind of like interesting, but not really, because Masvidal was like, I really don't care for that fight either.
Yeah.
Unless he went out there and had a stunning performance against Usman, I don't care to see Covington fight. And the 170s, I don't know why. Injuries, of course, happen, and Woodley kind of set that standard. But I feel like they don't fight a lot. The champions.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always like a year or two gap.
Yeah.
And then it's like the 170 belts out on the line.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
That's always like, even back in the GSP days, it was like that. It seems like.
Yeah, it just seems like there's so much, and because did Usman or Covington fight 3 times this year?
Not 3 times, no.
Yeah.
I know Usman's already fought once this year, right?
That's what I'm saying.
He fought Woodley this year, but I don't think he fought anyone
But that was
else.
it. I mean, injuries happen, obviously, and they have to take their time. And, they can take a breather once they get the belt for a second. But I feel like 170's always been that division where, I feel like the women, you can see Joanna like 5 times a year.
Yeah.
At least it seems like Joanna's like always on a fucking card in like the next 3-4 months.
Yeah.
But with the men, and injuries happen, like I said, but especially that 170 division, you barely see it. Whitaker got hurt a lot, and that's for 85. John Jones is finally fighting more. And then the same thing with kind of the heavyweight belt. I feel like that goes like 8-9 months, and then it's like, all right, there's another fight on the line.
I think that's just because of lack of heavyweights, though.
Yeah, that's true, too.
I think that's just lack of heavyweights. 205, I think that's just lack of exciting fights.
Yeah.
That division sucks. I don't want to watch anybody at that division fight outside of Anthony Smith. He's the only one that entertains me.
Right.
And then, 85 and 70, it's like injuries or just like long periods of time being off in general, yeah. But I don't know. Covington's going to pop dirty, though, at some point. I'm calling it right now. Because after watching those fights, too, his pressure and everything, that's unnatural.
Yeah.
That's not normal. People can't do that. Even if you're a high-end athlete, it's not normal.
Right.
You're not supposed to be able to do that unless you got something up in you. Yeah, that guy will pop dirty one day. It might not be this fight, but it might be 3 fights from now, but I bet you that dude will pop dirty.
See what else is on there.
What, on that card?
Max Holloway?
Oh, dude, Max Holloway all day. I don't see anybody beating Max Holloway, at least at 45.
Yeah.
I think he's got that belt on lock.
Something popped up on my Google News feed. I didn't open the article that says he looks kind of out of it again, Max Holloway.
Why?
Looks like he's concussed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what the headline said, but I didn't open it. So.
Interesting.
Because, that happened, what was that, 2 fights ago?
Something like that. I don't know.
So hopefully he's okay, because, I mean, it's awesome to see these warriors fight, but Max Holloway's had some wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's taking some damage, and he's young, and he's kind of already, I don't want him to get punch drunk. And I feel like his style,
he will.
Amazing fighter, but that style, that
be like Vanderlei Silva.
Yeah, man, and it's scary because he's such an awesome individual, and it's just hard to watch these. I feel like these effects are happening in real time with him. The same thing with Nick Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
You see the effects, and you're like, oh, some fighters can leave like Tito, and still look healthy.
That's because Tito didn't strike with anybody.
I know, but still, but that's my thing. A lot of these wrestlers kind of leave unscathed. And I don't know their personal. I know that I'm sure personal. God, I need to not strike anymore. Fuck. But
it's talking you have a problem with, not striking.
I've always had a problem with talking. I don't know.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
But I have him beating Alexander the Great.
Okay.
And then Amanda Nunes is fighting, what's her name?
Jermaine Duraname.
Yeah, I don't know how to say her name, but
Yeah, Duraname.
Doesn't matter because Amanda Nunes wins.
It should be a good fight though. Technically, like I don't think, not the first round. I think Jermaine can go out there and strike with her.
What
The power's different.
That? What do you mean by that?
I think it'll go to the second or third round.
Second tops.
I think it'll go to second, third round. Like,
yeah, I can see second or third.
Yeah.
I see Amanda Nunes winning though.
Yeah, of course.
Amanda Nunes and Max Holloway are like the two right now that I don't see them losing their titles anytime soon. Not with the divisions how they currently are, and you know.
Amanda's the GOAT.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Like pound for pound, like both men and women, she is the GOAT.
She's amazing.
For sure. Without a doubt in my mind. She's spectacular.
Yeah. I want to meet her.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did that just like come up?
Because there's not a lot
like
of UFC
why specifically
fighters.
do you think it would be cool?
I think I would fanboy over her.
Okay. How so?
I'd just be excited to meet her and
how do you envision the meet? Give it to me.
A hug. Starts off with a hug. And a photo. And then she kind of shoos me along.
All right.
Yeah.
There it is. Great. The old Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
Why her specifically though?
I think she'd be cool to meet. I think she has a fascinating story and you know, she's beaten some amazing talent. Like put him away. I mean she beat Cyborg when literally like nobody would touch Cyborg ever. Let alone put Cyborg away the way she did.
Yeah.
You know.
Fucking Jermaine quit before.
Jermaine just didn't want to fight Cyborg.
But she wants to fight Amanda Nunes? Because that makes a lot of sense.
She didn't want to fight anyone that was dirty.
Was that her reasoning for it? Interesting.
She's like, I'm not going to fight someone who's a known cheater.
Yeah.
So she, out of her principle, she gave up the belt.
That makes more sense. I didn't know that. Yeah. I thought it was just because she was scared of
No, she
Cyborg.
Legit like came out and was just like, no. She's like, why would we pat this cheater on the head? Congratulate this cheater. She's a cheater.
Yeah. That makes more sense then.
Yeah, it's cool.
Who else is fighting though on that card?
Jose Aldo versus Marlon the Martian.
Yeah, I think Marias beats Jose Aldo, and I think Jose Aldo, man, at 35 looks sick.
Yeah, that weight cut can't be good, man.
No, he needs to not be at 35. That's not a good weight for him.
No, not at all.
That's not good.
I mean, he has like the big infamous struggle of him making 45.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he's at 35 right now. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know.
He would have been cool to see at 55.
I don't know what to do with Jose Aldo anymore.
I'm saying back in the day, not now.
Conor broke him.
No, definitely. I mean,
for real though, like I mean, ever since Conor, like Jose Aldo is like he's a broken man.
He's a different. I mean, he's just not the big.
He was changed. That changed him.
I mean, he got put to sleep.
It changed him.
And he get put to sleep and knowing that you never have that opportunity again. That has to sit with him too.
Dude, that fight, that was like looking back on it now, like years later, like that was like, that's rough.
That was too much. I think
that was too much. Like looking back on it now, like I feel bad for Jose Aldo.
I think Dana set him up, wore him out. Man. A world tour.
That's rough.
Of going from the city to city.
Think about that.
He's just talking shit.
Dude, that changed that dude on multiple levels. Like that changed him as a man. You know? That didn't just change him as a fighter. That changed him as a man.
I mean, it's Jose Aldo, so he's still one of the greats.
For sure.
But I mean,
yo,
like mental warfare, like it's different because sometimes these guys get to see each other just for certain press conferences and everything. But he had to get on a jet or a plane for 8 to 9 hours, go around the world, hearing the same shit over and over again, and he probably obsessed about him. And then he just went in there.
Thinks about it, and then just fucking went out there and lived his nightmare. Lived it.
And he will never get
in
that
front of
rematch again.
everybody.
And that's one of the few champions that's like was a champion for a long time, and because Conor was Conor, they're like, yeah, you're never gonna fight.
But then
again.
after that, just couldn't get it back either. Just
who'd he beat?
Not Max Holloway.
No, yeah, you're right.
Not Max Holloway.
Okay, you're right.
You know what I mean? He has not regained his footing since.
Right. Okay.
Not fully. I think he beats. I don't know who he beat. He beat somebody. He has gotten a win since that, but I think only one.
Yeah.
And he has not fully regained his footing, in my opinion, and especially now. Dude, I don't know what to do with that guy. That's what I'm saying, man. That fight changed him. That fight fucking changed him.
If he makes 135 anyway.
Yeah.
We got to see if he makes. He had a hard time the week of.
Have you seen a picture of him?
I don't need to see a photo of him. I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't like when fighters. I didn't like when Conor went to 145. I don't like when these fighters look dead.
Dude, he looks like an AIDS patient right now.
Yeah, I don't. It's too much.
Yo, hold up. I got you. Pulling it up right meow. No, here he is.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Look at that.
Yeah, I might have to put this photo inside. Yeah, it's too much. I don't think it's. Oh,
he's
that's
a
disgusting.
skeleton.
Yeah, no. There's no. You might.
That was a few days ago. That's he hasn't even cut water yet.
Yeah. Yeah, if he makes that, I'd be surprised, but good luck to him. I want the best for these fighters.
He looks sick.
Yeah.
He looks like sick, dude. That's not good.
That was the issue at the last.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a tough time. I think he's going to have a bad night because Moraes is not a fucking joke in any way, shape, or form. You're going down in weight right now.
To fight the last contender, yeah. We'll see. That was a big issue with the co-main event, the last card. Cynthia Calvillo was 4 pounds overweight.
Was she?
Yeah.
Interesting. She's in a grappling match this weekend.
She is.
Speaking of, that's the Quintet too. That's the Quintet card. That card, I'm gonna watch that as well.
Wait, one more fight before we go.
All right, break it down for me. Go.
Faber's fighting. Faber will, if he wins this fight, Faber will be competing for a title next year.
Is that your call out?
That's my call out right now. He wins this fight, and then he'll probably take one more fight.
Who's he fighting?
Peter Yan.
Oh, he's fighting Yan?
Yeah.
Yan's going to fuck him up.
If he wins, though, if Faber wins.
I think Yan's going to fuck him up.
If Faber wins,
Peter Yan's my dog.
For a fucking title.
Peter Yan's my dog.
You will see Faber on his 5th or 4th title defense. Or title, what do you call it? Attempt, yes, Eric.
Yeah, he's never won a title.
Yeah, in the UFC.
Poor feller. Poor feller.
And then the Quintet card is coming up.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. That's gonna be fun. So that is the Jiu Jitsu tournament. They have 4 different teams: the UFC team, the Pride team, Strikeforce, and the WEC team. So on the UFC team, they have Anthony Smith, Anthony Johnson, Sean O'Malley, fucking bum, Clay Guida, and Gilbert Melendez. No, Gilbert Burns. I'm sorry.
I was like, Gilbert's?
Sorry. Oh, Gilbert Melendez is in it. He's just not on the UFC team. Gilbert Burns. On the Pride team, you got Sakuraba. You got Takanori Gomi. You got Gregor Gracie. Hector Lombard. Neve Edwards.
Why Hector?
Why not?
Okay. Was he a big Pride fighter?
I didn't even know he was in Pride, honestly.
Okay, that's why.
On the Strikeforce team, Gilbert Melendez, Jake Shields.
Makes sense.
Muhammad Lal.
Makes sense.
Gessius I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
And then Renato Sobral.
That makes sense.
And then WEC, Chad Mendez, Glover Teixeira, Mark Munoz, Cub Swanson, Kansas City's own James Krause.
That's awesome, man.
That's going to be fun. Who do you think wins? Call it.
Are you going to be surprised?
Mm-hmm.
Strikeforce.
Why?
I think it's their realm. I think Jake Shields is a monster.
I think if they win, it's because Jake Shields carries them.
That's what I'm saying, though. But I feel like Jake Shields is a monster. Because, I mean, it's like, I think about that Pride. Pride has some notables on there. Give me the UFC card again. Anthony Smith, Anthony Johnson,
Sean O'Malley, Clay Guida, and Gilbert Burns.
It's a lot of wrestlers. I mean, I guess they can nullify a lot of shit.
Anthony Johnson can fucking lay on him.
Yeah, but I feel like it's...
Anthony Johnson's like 280 right now.
Ugh.
Bro.
Should I have said WEC?
I think I can't pick like one team.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It all depends on the matchups. You know, I mean, that's the interesting thing about these quintets is that's what it boils down to is one, I don't know let's see.
Because, I mean, this is one of those things like, do you go with youth? Because doesn't WEC kind of have like the most youthful team?
So they do, but at the same time, they also have the smaller team.
Yeah.
So you got to think about it. Chad Mendez fought at 45. Cub Swanson, 45. James Krause, 55, 70 now. Yeah. Glover Teixeira, 205. Mark Munoz, 185.
Yeah.
So
it depends on the matchups.
But then you got like Team UFC, Anthony Smith, 205. Anthony Johnson, 170 through 265. And now he's 280.
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley, he's a small guy. What is he, 145, I think?
Yeah.
145. Clay Guida, 155. He's kind of a bigger 155er, but still 155. And then Gilbert Burns. So, I mean, that's the thing is like it all depends on the matchups, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it all depends on the matchups.
I feel like the solid team for me is Strikeforce. Like if I had to put my money on anyone. And I hope James won't see this, but because I know he'd be like, I'll put your money up, motherfucker. I can already hear him.
The WEC team is solid.
It's a dope team. Don't get me wrong. And it's youthful, and there's a lot of good things with that team. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm also a Strikeforce guy, too, though.
I understand your reasoning for wanting to pick Strikeforce, though, just because of Jake Shields, you know? But I mean, Gilbert Melendez's grappling isn't anything to joke with, but I haven't seen him doing like just straight jiu-jitsu matches. You know what I mean? Where like Jake Shields, like you've seen him just do straight jiu-jitsu. Chad Mendez, former wrestler, you've seen him in.
I mean, King Mo's a wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm just going off jiu-jitsu. I was just going off jiu-jitsu when I hear Jake Shields, and I, I'm a fan, obviously, of them, but he's been active. He does his thing with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what I'm saying too. Like even like King Mo's fights though.
Yeah.
Like most of his fights were like TKO knockout. You know what I mean? Like some of these other guys, you got the submissions and things like that.
Right.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah, Matt's showing up. It's a good time for us to wrap it up.
Matt, who wins the quintet?
See, I feel like I can't have this conversation with anyone at this gym because everyone's going to have to, which is cool.
Who do you think's going to win?
Strikeforce.
Jake Shields is probably the best grappler.
That's exactly what we said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, and that's what I was saying is that if they do win, I feel like Jake Shields would carry the team.
UFC has the biggest guys. So.
Yeah. And that's also what we said. It's all going to depend on the matchups.
Yeah.
It's all going to depend on the matchups. It's going to depend on who's rolling with who. And, yeah, I think it's all going to depend on the order and the lineups of who's rolling with who and who's going on next and things like that.
It's a fun event, though. Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm watching it for sure. I wouldn't miss it.
That's an awesome event.
Yeah, definitely check into that. Soon we'll have John on here. I'm going to talk to that guy tomorrow and see when we're going to get him on here next. And then after that, we'll get a fucking notebook episode in for you.
Definitely.
So we can hear about some of your shit. Get some depressing.
There we go, baby. End the year off on a strong note.
Yep. All right, guys. Until next time, we're out of here. Love, peace, chicken grease.
All right, bye, everyone.
Way to fucking ruin it, Matt.
You knew Matt was gonna pick WEC. I don't even know why I asked him.
Duh.